Mrs. Yankee here, back with another lesson on show, not tell. So, when we do show, not tell, you are trying to have the reader make a movie in their mind so they can really understand and picture what you're trying to tell them instead of just saying, it was hot, it was cold, I was sad. You're giving them a lot of more juicy details, which makes your writing juicy or even spicy, sometimes we say. All right, so today we're going to work on another strategy. So remember last lesson when we talked about your five senses with show, not tell, and we came up with ideas for your five senses? So this time we're going to do something kind of similar. You can still use your five senses, but we're going to come up with lists to describe ways that you might show different things in your writing. So we're going to start with the first one on this list, which is tired. How would you show someone you're tired instead of just saying, I am tired? What would you see, hear, smell, taste, or touch? Now, those don't all work because you're not really going to taste things when you're tired. But if I looked at you, if you looked at me right now, do I look tired? No. So how can I make myself look more tired? Maybe instead of having my eyes wide open, I'm going to have them kind of like droopy. So someone might have droopy eyes if they're tired. What else? If you look at me and my eyes are droopy and maybe I'm kind of like leaning over, like holding myself up, leaning over, holding, or putting your head down. That's a good one. Let's put that. Putting your head down. What else might someone do if they're tired? I did that for a reason. Actually, that was a real yawn. I just started to pick one and it made me a real yawn. Yawning or stretching, those things might show that someone is tired. So today, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come up with some lists like this for each one of these different categories. And so that then when you're writing, if you're wanting to say, I am tired, or Mrs. Yankee looks tired, instead of just saying that, you could say, Mrs. Yankee looks tired. I noticed because she kept yawning while she was teaching, and she kept wanting to put her head down on her desk. That gives me a little bit more than just saying tired. All right, let's do the same thing for happy. If you looked at someone and they looked happy, what might you notice? They might have a smile on their face, smiling or smile. What else? Like wide eyes, or you could say bright eyes because your eyes are usually bright when you're happy, not like droopy like they were when I was tired. What might you see if you were looking at someone and they're super happy, even like excited? They might be like jumping up and down. Let's see if I can come up with one more. What's one more thing that you might see if somebody was happy? I know. What about like clapping or cheering? That would show that somebody was happy. Clapping, whoops, cheering. All right, let's move on to this last one over here. If afraid, if I was afraid and I wasn't telling you that, but like somebody brought like a spider or a snake into the classroom and I reacted and you're like, oh wow, I can tell that Miss Yankie's afraid. How would you know? What would I do to show that I'm afraid? You might kind of like maybe like clench your fists, like, oh no, and kind of like cower, like move away a little bit. So clenched fist. Clenched fist could also mean angry, but clenched fists. We could have cowering. That's what I did when I kind of moved away like that. Somebody might, if they're afraid, they might start like breathing hard, like hyperventilating. They might even cry if they're afraid. Okay, so these are different ways. This is a list that I could use as I start my writing. All right, so what you're going to do now is look at the rest of my list. And I actually think I'm going to change excited to angry since we don't have angry on here. When you go on to Seesaw, you're going to see this exact same list on your Seesaw. And I want you to pick 3. You can do all 6 of them if you want, but pick at least 3 more to complete, just like I did. So if you want to do sad, type at least 3 or 4 things that you might that might show somebody or like that you might notice about somebody if they're sad. You can do sad, shocked, cold, angry, shy, or hungry. You only have to do 3, at least 3 examples in at least 3 of these. So that equals 3 times 3 would be 9 things at least. But you can do more than 3 examples, like here I did 5, and you can do all 6 of these if you want to. All right, go ahead and log into Seesaw and get busy.